Hello everyone, I'm Z from Susan's family. Today, I'm bringing you the Flower Pleasure Artistic Bouquet Tulip Branch for this electronic tutorial. You can search for susud.com to view it. Each flower branch includes 2 layers of petals, pistils, and a flower stem. Some branches also include 1 leaf. First, complete the crocheting of the petals and leaves. Then proceed with the assembly. Let's start by learning how to crochet the petals. The petals consist of an inner layer and an outer layer. Both layers of petals are crocheted separately. They both begin with a magic ring. Work around the magic ring loop, crocheting in rounds. The stitch techniques used include chain stitches and single crochets, slip stitches, half double crochets, and SC2 tog. Next, please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Before we start crocheting, let's learn the proper posture for crocheting. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I will demonstrate using thick cotton yarn. For specific yarn, for color schemes and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Start with a magic ring. Here you can use the adjustable magic ring method. Wrap the yarn tail counterclockwise around your left little finger. Pass it through between your middle finger and index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Place it on the right side of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Use your left thumb and middle finger to pinch the crossing point of the loop. Make sure the loop is large. Place the hook on the left side of the yarn. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. The adjustable magic ring is now complete. Begin the first round. Work 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain for the single crochet. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. The chain stitch is done. The beginning chain for the single crochet doesn't count as 1 stitch. Move on to work 1 single crochet. Insert the hook into the magic ring. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. There are 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again. Pull through all loops at once. 1 single crochet is now completed. At the top right of the single crochet, there are 2 strands of yarn in a V shape. This V shape is the stitch of a single crochet. 1 stitch represents 1 hook. Continue with the second single crochet. Insert into the large space. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. Pull through both loops on the hook at once. Another single crochet is done. Refer to the chart. In this round, you need to complete a total of 6 single crochets. Continue and finish the remaining 4 stitches. Third stitch. Fourth stitch. Fifth stitch. Sixth stitch. When completed, leave the starting loop untouched for now. This makes it more convenient for assembly later. We will use the side with the clearer texture as the right side. Bring the starting tail to the right side. Next, locate the first single crochet stitch. If you're not sure, you can count back 6 stitches from the last stitch. At this stitch, make 1 slip stitch to join. Insert the hook. Yarn over and draw through all the loops on the hook in one go. Slip stitch completed. This V shape is the braid formed by the slip stitch. The joining slip stitch does not count as a stitch. You need to pull tight. To avoid adding extra stitches later. That concludes the first round. Move on to round 2. Start with 1 chain stitch as the turning chain for the single crochet. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Chain stitch completed. Note: the turning chain for the single crochet does not count as a stitch. This will not be repeated in subsequent instructions. Then, in the first single crochet stitch of the previous round, which is the same insertion point where you just made the slip stitch, make 1 single crochet. Follow by crocheting 11 chain stitches. After completing them, locate the third to last chain stitch. On this chain stitch, pick up the top half loop, which is this strand of yarn, and make 1 single crochet. Continue on the adjacent chain to the left. Pick up the top half loop, and make 1 single crochet. Following the same method, continue to pick up the top half loop of each chain and make corresponding single crochets. Complete the remaining 7 chain stitch positions in this manner. After completing, on the adjacent single crochet below and to the left, pick up the stitch and make 1 single crochet. For convenience in explanation, we will refer to the completed section as one group. Continue with the second group, starting with making 1 single crochet in the adjacent stitch on the left. Then, make 11 chain stitches. After completing, starting from the third to last chain stitch position, pick up the half loop above, and work single crochets evenly, making a total of 9 single crochets. After completing, on the adjacent stitch below and to the left, make 1 single crochet. Another cluster is now completed. Follow the same method. Continue to complete the third group. After completing, on the first single crochet stitch, join with a slip stitch. Insert the hook. Yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. Tighten the yarn. This way, the second round is completed. Continue with the third round. Work 1 chain stitch. Then make 1 single crochet in the first single crochet stitch. Next, locate the second to last stitch among these 9 single crochets. In this insertion point, make 1 single crochet, then, in the adjacent insertion point on the left side, make 1 half double crochet, yarn over once. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over. Pull through all loops at once. 1 half double crochet is completed. Correspondingly, there is also a V-shaped stitch on the top, right? Continue in the adjacent insertion point on the left side to make the second half double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. Draw through all 3 loops on your hook at once. Another half double crochet is completed. Repeat this process. Continue in the next 4 insertion points on the left side, making 1 half double crochet in each. After completing them, move to the adjacent insertion point on the left side. Work 1 single crochet. Then pick up a few strands at the top. Work 1 single crochet. Note: do not pick up the stitch of this single crochet. In the same insertion point, work another single crochet. Then make 1 chain. Continue in the same insertion point. Work 2 more single crochets. When done, this part may cover the adjacent single crochet stitch on the left. You can move the completed section to the right a bit. Next, in the adjacent single crochet stitch on the left, work 1 single crochet. Continue by picking up stitches to work 6 half double crochets and 2 single crochets. The last single crochet should be worked into the last stitch of the previous round's 9 single crochets. For the convenience of explanation, we will consider the completed part as one group. Continue with the second group. Skip 1 stitch first. Work 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the left. Then, in the insertion point of the second to last stitch of these 9 single crochets, work 1 single crochet, next, at the insertion point on the left, work 6 half double crochets and 1 single crochet in sequence. When done, pick up a few threads at the top. Work 2 single crochets at the same time. Pay attention. Do not insert into the stitch of this single crochet. One chain and 2 single crochets. When done, on the left stitch, work 1 single crochet, 6 half double crochets, and 2 single crochets in sequence. This way, the second group is completed. Follow the same method. Continue to complete the third group. When done, join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Pull tight. The third round is now complete. Continue to the fourth round. Before working, secure the yarn first. Enlarge the loop. Pull the completed section through the loop. Pull tight. Next, locate the third to last stitch, which is the last half double crochet you made. Insert into the stitch. Draw the yarn through. Carry the yarn and gently pull to straighten it. Don't pull too tight. This way, you have made a transition with the yarn. Next, Skip the bottom 4 single crochets. And in the first half double crochet stitch on the left side. Work 1 single crochet. Don't make the single crochet too loose. Then, work 5 half double crochets correspondingly. After completing them, on the adjacent stitch on the left side, work 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet at the same time. Next, in the adjacent stitch on the left side, work 1 single crochet. Continue in the adjacent stitch on the left side, and work 2 half double crochets at the same time. After completing them, in the chain stitch position on the left side, work 1 single crochet. Pay attention not to pick up in this single crochet stitch on the left side. If you can't find it precisely, an approximation is fine. Next, in the adjacent stitch on the left side, work 2 half double crochets at the same time. Continue by working 1 single crochet on the left side. Then, in this stitch on the left side, work 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet at the same time. After completing them, work 5 half double crochets, corresponding one by one. Not counting the starting single crochet. Consider the completed part as one group. After finishing this group, work 1 SC2 tog. First, in the adjacent stitch on the left side, work 1 incomplete single crochet, insert the hook, and pull the yarn through. This is the incomplete single crochet. Don't make the loops on the hook too loose. Skip 4 single crochets below, in the first half double crochet stitch of the next group. Continue with 1 incomplete single crochet. Insert into the stitch, and pull the yarn through. Similarly, don't make the loops too loose. Then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. 1 SC2 tog stitch is now completed. Move on to the next group. Starting from the adjacent stitch on the left side, first crochet 5 half double crochets evenly. Then, in the next adjacent stitch on the left, crochet 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet together. Continue in the adjacent stitch on the left side, crochet 1 single crochet. In the adjacent stitch on the left side, crochet 2 half double crochets together. After completing this, crochet 1 single crochet in this chain stitch position. Then crochet a stitch pattern that is symmetrical to this side. Continue all the way down with 5 consecutive half double crochets. Another group is now completed. Continue with 1 SC2 tog stitch, that is, first in the adjacent stitch on the left side, and in the first half double crochet stitch of the next group. Crochet 1 incomplete single crochet in each. Then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. Another SC2 tog stitch is now completed. Continue to finish the remaining group. Once completed, join with a slip stitch into the starting single crochet stitch. Pull tight. Then make 1 chain to secure. Enlarge the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 10 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. Finally, ensure the right side texture is facing out. Weave in the ending yarn tail with a few stitches on the inside. And bring it through to the outside from the center hole. This way, the crocheting method for the inner petals is complete. Everyone can finish the remaining inner petals following this method. Now, let's continue learning the crocheting method for the outer petals. The starting chain and the first round are exactly the same as the inner petals. The second round stitch pattern is similar to the inner petals, but you need to add 3 chains and 3 single crochets for each group here. Please refer to the previous demonstration. Referring to the chart, crochet the first 2 rounds. I have already completed them. After completing them, I will continue to demonstrate the third round. Work 1 chain. Then, in the first single crochet, work 1 single crochet. Next, at the insertion point of the second to last single crochet here, work 1 single crochet. At the adjacent insertion point on the left side, work 1 half double crochet. Continue at the next adjacent insertion point on the left side, work 1 double crochet, yarn over once. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on the hook. There are 2 loops remaining. Yarn over again. Pull through all loops at once. 1 double crochet is completed. There is also a V-shaped stitch corresponding to the top, right? At the adjacent insertion point on the left side, continue with 1 double crochet, yarn over once, insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over sequentially, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat this twice. Another double crochet is done. Following this method, continue to work 4 more double crochets, corresponding one by one. After completing, work 2 half double crochets, matching each stitch. Now it's time to crochet single crochets and chain stitches. The stitch pattern matches the corresponding position of the inner layer. Everyone follow the chart to crochet this section well, and finish the remaining parts. Continue all the way down to the last single crochet stitch position. Consider the completed section as one group. Continue to finish the remaining 2 groups. After completing, join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. This completes round 3. Continue to crochet round 4. The crocheting method for this round is mostly the same as the inner layer. First, secure the yarn. Then move the yarn to the last half double crochet stitch position you crocheted, which is the third to last stitch. Next, on the first half double crochet stitch of the first group, make 1 single crochet, continue following the chart to finish all the double crochet stitch positions on this side. After completing, on these 2 half double crochet stitches, make 1 SC2 tog stitch. Everyone continue to follow the chart and finish crocheting this round. After completing, join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. Then fasten off normally. Hide the ending yarn tail inside and bring it through the loop to the outside. This way, the crocheting method for the outer petals is also explained. Similarly, everyone should crochet the remaining outer petals and set them aside for use. Let's continue learning the crocheting method for the leaves. The leaves start with the foundation chain. Then, crochet in rounds along the starting braid. In the last round, crochet the edge while wrapping thin wire. The new stitch technique used is the CH3SL picket stitch. Now, please watch me demonstrate. First, start with the foundation chain. Hold the yarn with your left hand. Hold the hook with your right hand. Place the hook on the right side of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Pinch the spot where the yarn crosses with your left thumb and middle finger. Then put the hook on the left side of the yarn. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. This slip knot doesn't count as one stitch. Pull tight. Pay attention. The loop on the hook shouldn't be too tight, otherwise, it will be difficult to crochet later. Start making chain stitches. Continue until you reach the required number of stitches. Take a look. This is what it looks like after completing the foundation chain. Now move on to the first round. Work one chain as the turning chain for the single crochet. Next, locate the second chain from the hook. On this chain, pick up the top half loop and work 2 single crochets at the same time. After completing that, on the next 2 chains on the left side, work 1 single crochet in each. For the rest of this side, continue to pick up the top half loop of the chains for crocheting. Refer to the pattern and work the corresponding number of half double crochets accordingly. Double crochet, half double crochets and single crochets. Continue all the way down until 1 chain remains. After completing that, on the last chain, work 2 single crochets first. Then work a CH3SL picket stitch. We will refer to this as a picket from now on. Start with chaining 3. Then pick up the front loop of the last single crochet below. That is, the loop closest to you. And the loop on the left. Make 1 slip stitch. One picket is now completed. Continue in the same insertion point of these 2 single crochets. Work 1 more single crochet. After completing that, start from the adjacent chain on the left side. Pay attention. Do not insert into the same insertion point of these 3 single crochets. Pick up the remaining 2 loops. Which is the same insertion point on this side of the stitch pattern. Crochet the same stitch pattern as on this side. Continue until there is only 1 insertion point left. Place the yarn tail above the crochet hook and weave it in as you crochet. After completing that, in the starting insertion point, work 3 single crochets. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. This way, the first round is completed. We will also consider the side with clearer texture as the right side. Continue to crochet the second round. Start from the first stitch position. Work into each stitch to match the pattern below. Continue all the way through this CH3SL picket stitch, corresponding to the position adjacent to the right of the single crochet below. After completing that, work 1 single crochet into this single crochet stitch. This stitch might be a bit puckered. If you can't find it accurately, just pick up about 2 threads to crochet. In the hole of this picket stitch, work 2 single crochets. Similarly, if you can't find the hole accurately, just pick up a few threads to crochet. After completing the 2 single crochets, work 1 CH3SL picket stitch. That is, start by working 3 chains. Then pick up both the front loop of the current stitch and 1 thread from the left side, and make 1 slip stitch. The CH3SL picket stitch is now complete. Continue by working 1 single crochet in the hole of the picket stitch, which is the same insertion point as the previous 2 single crochets. Then on the left stitch, work the same stitch pattern as below. All the way to the last stitch. Finally, join with a slip stitch. That's it. We have completed the second round. Now, continue to the third round. Note, this round needs to wrap the thin wire. Work 1 chain. Then make 1 single crochet, insert the hook into the stitch first, and take out the thin wire. The color of the thin wire here is not for reference. The main focus is on the technique. Leave about 15 centimeters at the beginning. Place the thin wire above the crochet hook. Wrap the wire in as you crochet. Continue to work single crochets correspondingly. Always place the wire above the crochet hook. Wrap it in as you crochet. Repeat this process. Keep crocheting all the way down to the position below the picket stitch, where the short needle corresponds. Once completed, in the hole of this picket stitch, crochet 3 single crochets at the same time. Then continue to work single crochets correspondingly. Complete this round all the way through. Once completed, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch, and fasten off the yarn. Leave about 15 centimeters of thin wire at the end, then cut it off. Do not trim the yarn tails for now. This way, one leaf is completed. Follow the same method to complete the remaining leaves. After all the petals and leaves are crocheted, you need to assemble them into a complete flower branch like this. The position of the leaves is random. Some branches do not require leaves. Next, please watch me demonstrate the specific assembly method. First, take out the inner and outer petals in the same color, and one leaf. Set them aside for later use. Next, take out 6 stamens like these and 1 stem. Then roughly align the stamens. Fold them in half. And slightly overlap the folded part with one end of the stem. Spread out the stamens roughly. Then wrap them with the same color thread as the petals. Leave about 10 centimeters at the beginning. And wrap tightly. For a secure hold, apply a small amount of glue at the starting position. Wrap for about 2 centimeters. Once completed, leave the thread about 10 centimeters, then cut it off. Tie the two ends together securely. And you can also apply a little glue at the end. Next, insert the stem into the center of the inner petals. Pull the two tails through the center with your hook. Then tighten the magic ring of the inner petals. This means pulling tight on this tail. Continue by threading the outer petals through as well. These tails also come through this hole. Then tighten the loops of the outer petals too. Next, adjust the inner petals, positioning their base snug against the outer petals, and stagger them slightly. Then use glue to secure the bottom. You can actually apply more glue here. Once the glue has dried, adjust the position of the petals, making sure the top of the pistil is roughly level with the petals. Next, take the same color thread as the leaves. And start wrapping from the bottom of the petals, wrapping in the tails at the same time. You can also apply a bit of glue at the beginning. After wrapping for a section, some flower branches need to have leaves added. The position of the leaves can be random, but not too high up. Start by wrapping a few rounds more tightly. If there are no leaves, continue wrapping downwards. Keep the right side texture facing up. Leave about 10 centimeters at the end unwrapped. Once wrapped, apply a suitable amount of glue at the end as well. This way, a complete tulip branch is assembled. Next, everyone follow the same method to assemble the remaining flower branches. Up to this point, we have covered this tulip branch design. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode.